Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I am your host, KeTohn, and today I'm going to be interviewing Miriam from Travel with MJ. Extremely excited to have you on again, MJ. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yay. Okay. So the question that we have tonight is going to be about saying no. So as I was telling you previously, a lot of times we always want to talk about, why it's important to say no. We always want to share experiences surrounding this, but I don't think we talk about enough. Why is it so hard for people to say no in business, in friendships, in family, all of that? Why is it so hard for people to say no? So what is your opinion on that? And what positive feedback or I guess solutions would you suggest to someone out there who's struggling with this topic?
There's a couple of ways that I can take this. I'm going to start with the business aspect of why business owners don't say no. Certain business owners don't say no because they're afraid that that was their blessing and they don't want to block their blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as a new business owner myself, I've been in a situation where I should have told somebody no, but I didn't. And then I got a little overzealous. Life happened. And then now I'm just left. Not even that I'm left, but I kind of feel like if I had just said no, I would feel better because that client may come back for a different service versus you just severing that relationship that you were trying to build with that client or that person. So I feel like in business, and this is primarily for rookies. Put it that way, rookies. Most
Mm-hmm.
rookies won't say no. Well, yeah, most rookies won't say no because they don't want to miss out on an opportunity. And then it kind of
Yeah.
get me to thinking that you have some business owners that feel like they want everybody's money. Oh, I want your money. I want your money. I want your money. I want your money. And not everybody's money is good.
Yep. Yep.
Not everybody's money is good. And sometimes you got to be
Exactly.
okay. And it's not just saying no, it's saying no and being okay with saying no. Because you can say no all day, but in the back of your mind, in the bottom of your heart, in the pits of your belly, do you feel like you made the right decision? And that's what you have to be able to stand on as a business owner. You got to be able to stand on saying, no, I don't offer this. I can't give you this for free. I can't give you this at a discount. You have to pay full price. You got to be okay with it.
I'm sorry, it was that pause after you said it that really got me. It was the pause and then the look. But yes, I definitely agree with a lot that you're saying, and I do agree that funny enough, it is something that a lot of people experience when they first start their business, right? But crazy enough, I've met a lot of business owners who've been in business for a long period of time, and they are just now getting down the concept of no, I'm going to charge my worth. No, I can't do this. No, this is extra service. So you would have to make an extra payment. Like I've had clients who have come to me and said, you know what's crazy? Before this, I was giving all this away for free. Or before this, I was charging people 50% cheaper than what the industry stated I should charge them. All because I thought that that would bring in more people and it would help generate sales. And although a sale and a promotion may generate customers for a special event, if you now turn into a store that's based strictly off of sales, you're basically setting yourself up for failure because unless you're able to make a profit off of every single item that you're reselling, there's always going to be somebody out there that's selling their brand cheaper than yours. There's always someone willing to sell something cheaper. So if you say I'm going to do a discount for $9.99 sandals, there's always someone out there who's going to say I'm going to do a discount for $7.99, and there's always someone out there who's going to say I'm going to do a discount for $6.99. So if that's the only reason why people should shop with you, you're going to have a very hard time keeping consistent customers that truly value what it is that you have to provide. So funny enough, there are business owners who've been in this for a while that we're having those conversations like, wow, I can't believe I've been giving this away for free when I should have been charging for this. Or I can't believe that all this time I spent on this, people are literally getting paid for providing this service and I'm over here doing it for free. So it's like It hurts a little bit when you first hear it, but then you realize, like, no, I need to change something up. So I think that, kind of like, to piggyback off of that, a lot of times people have a hard time saying no, like you said, because they feel like they're going to miss out on something, but then also because we're missing that sense of self value business wise. It's not always personal. So when I'm saying self value, I'm not saying you don't value yourself as a person, but I'm saying that as a business, you don't value the amazingness that you provide and how special and unique you are and how cool your products are and how someone would be lucky to be able to purchase from you and receive that experience. You don't value that for some reason. Whether that's because maybe you feel like you haven't done the work. Sometimes you really haven't, and you know that. And maybe that's why you feel like I should be given a sale price. But sometimes you have done the work. And if you go back and ask yourself that, the answer is yes, I have done the work. So what is it? It's the fact that sometimes you're surrounded by people who try to make you feel like you should be average, when in reality, everything that you're providing is above average. If you go to a store, any big department store, you're not going to get a one-on-one experience as much as you would shopping with a small business. Can it happen? Yes, but is it more likely to happen? I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, you got to go look at statistics, but just based off experience of being an avid shopper and business owner, I've seen both sides. So I've walked into many different stores. There was a point in time in my life where it was pretty much my job to go to my competitors and study their customer experience model. So I did this for a living and I studied this for a living for years. And I can tell you that walking into a bigger department store, the experience is not the same as walking into an intimate, high quality customer first boutique or small business. So that's a superpower that we have. And for some reason, we get around people who make us feel like this superpower is actually a weakness. So because you're a small business, can I get a discount? Well, when are you going to have this sale up? Can you do this? Can you do this extra? Would you do that with another brand? Mm-mm, you wouldn't. But because it's a small business and you know the business owner, that's another thing too, a whole nother aspect. But you know them, you feel that you should get something extra. So a lot of times it's that lack of self value. And sometimes you know that you have a high value, you're just not standing on it with other people. So you know that your quality, your service is quality, you are unique, but you're still giving people these discounts or you're still providing stuff that's not getting you profit. So I do think that it correlates back to value. And then another thing, it goes back to backbone. Backbone. You just got to have it in life,
Definitely.
no matter what it is. So many
Yeah.
people sit here and they say things like, oh, I don't want this, I don't like that. But at the end of the day, what are you actually doing? You know what I mean? What are you doing? You're giving the discount. You're telling people it's fine, you could get it. You're still answering stuff for free. You're still providing free services. There has to be a cutoff limit where you say, okay, I here are the free resources and here are the paid resources. What do you need today? Okay, let me show you, give you a solution. For you, I have a solution of a free resource, bam, and a paid resource, or a paid resource, and this is what it's going to do for you. And here are the benefits. Sometimes people don't care about paying. They just want to know that you're giving them a solution that benefits them or their business or whatever it is they're trying to get a solution to. So if you can provide that solution, payment isn't always a thing. Some people have come to me with the issue and they don't even ask me the price. They just want to know what I have to fix it. So if you start getting in that mindset of what solution are you providing versus let me show you share the discount, or let me get you the hookup, or let me tell you this, you'll start to find a lot more people shopping with you because they want the value of your services and your experience, not just for the price. Because I can go anywhere and get a discount. But does that mean I want to?
That,
No.
that part. Definitely. You absolutely bring up a great point. You have to have a backbone. You can't sit like this in business. You got to be able to stand up,
Yeah.
tall, head up, not down,
Mm-hmm.
and run your business. You are your biggest advertisement. You are your walking advertisement. You are your biggest promoter. You are going to be the one to go the hardest for you. If you're going 50% hard, you're oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but on the back end, you giving Kiki a discount because you afraid that she gonna go tell her 5 Facebook friends that you told her no. I'm sorry, what? Go tell Kiki. First of all, Kiki might not even be able to give you a no right now. Kiki has to be eligible. There's some eligibility requirements here. There's eligibility requirements here. Do you fit the roster? If you don't fit the roster, we can't have a conversation. But I'm gonna go back to backbone before I lose my train of thought and I go on a tangent. Backbone, you have to have the confidence to stand in what you're saying. And what do I always say? 10 toes down.
Yep.
If you're not standing 10 toes down in your business, go find a hobby.
Yeah.
Go find a hobby. If you're going to continue, if you're going to give everything away for free, if you're going to give it all away for free, find a hobby. At least you know what a hobby, you're paying for that. And you're not expecting a profit. This
Yep.
is not a hobby. This is somebody's livelihood you are now playing with.
Yeah.
Whether you are, you are a business consultant, business analyst, you are a social media manager, you wear so many multiple hats. If you were to give all of that away for free, where would you be?
Exactly. Sitting at home,
You'd be
having
sitting at
fun with
home real
hobbies.
purdy. Not even real purdy because you can't even afford to be purdy.
Okay, you get a real purdy. That ain't gonna
You
be
can't afford to be
comfortable.
real purdy, and you giving away everything. I am a travel agent. I'm a vacation specialist.
Hmm.
That's the new title. Vacation specialist. If I was giving all that away for free, guess where I would be? At Expedia.com as an employee. At Travelocity.com as an employee. I can give
Pretty
you all
much.
of the knowledge if I'm an employee for Travelocity and Expedia. But even I'm not even doing that for free because guess what? If you decide to book, it's still coming to me.
Exactly. You're still getting paid. You're
I said
still
the
getting
difference
paid.
between Travelocity and Travel with MJ is you see me.
Yeah.
You don't see Travelocity. You see the Boss Babe blog. You don't see Mark Zuckerberg's social media managers.
You don't. I mean, it's true. And even though like for me as a social media manager, sometimes with a lot of contracts you won't see me. You don't know it's even me when you're it's funny, it's hilarious. I love it. But I just love what I do. But people won't see me in that background. But like you said, like with Boss Babe blog, you do see me as a CEO and then eventually you will start to see ambiance specialists, you will see other people taking on that role of the show, but you see a person, it feels personable, it feels unique, it feels special. It's a different kind of experience. And so when you're shopping with that kind of experience, price is going to elevate because we're not AIs, we're not machines, we're not robots. And that's what you have to remember and take into account when you're purchasing with a small business. Now, if that's not important to you, then by all means, go get a robot to do it. If that's what you like and that's all you care about, that's fine. But if you're wanting that personalized experience that feels unique and feels like someone has really taken the time to create a wonderful experience just for you, then you want to shop with a small business. And I think there was something else you said earlier that I was really connecting with, but I'm just going to go back on the topic of not saying no and the solution. So, one solution that I am giving to everyone who is listening is that when someone asks you to do something, whether it be a service, whether it be questions, insight, anything, do not respond immediately. Do not. Even if it's in person, do not respond immediately. The first thing you need to do is refer them to your professional website or your professional contact us page so they can leave a professional inquiry. Because if you are out at a party and someone's like, hey, I want to go on a trip, I want you to take me to so and so. And then you start sharing with them, oh, yeah, sure, where is it? And then you start looking up your phone and scrolling through prices and then you start doing all that stuff. I really hope nobody did that to you. But let me just finish this thought because I really hope you're not about to tell me that somebody really did that to you. Because if you are, I'm I don't even know what to say about that. MJ, please don't tell me somebody did that to you at a party. Please don't tell me that's what you're about to tell me.
No, that's not what I'm about to say. No, that's not what I'm about to say.
I'm about to be really upset, and I'm not even a travel agent, but I'm upset to hear that. But look, because people will do stuff like this, they don't care about where you're at, what you're doing. They will ask you for free insight. You be up here doing free work for them, like you're on the clock for them, and it's all because you didn't take that moment to set a boundary and say, "I would love to help you out." Let me send you my website. Here's my website. Here's the contact us page. Put your question in, and then I'll get back to you with a solution. Not I'll get back to you for free. I get back to you with a service. You get a consultation. I will get back to you with a solution because that solution may not be free depending on what you're needing. So
Mm-hmm.
you tell them that and you take some time to do what you're doing. And when you are in the business, you go and you answer those questions. Same for all of your inquiries, your emails, your social media stuff. Send people to a specific place where they can leave an inquiry and you can come and follow up and think about what you are promising before you commit to it. So you can either say yes or no, or tell them exactly what you need. Because if you do it that way, you don't have to say no. You just have to give them a solution. And if you can't provide the solution, you can always refer them to somebody that you're partnered with. But that's
Mm-hmm.
just the best way to go about it versus saying yes and then later on down the line having to say no. But what were you going to say, MJ?
I
Please
was
don't tell
gonna
me no scraggly story about somebody trying to get a vacation from you.
I was gonna say nobody has tried that. And warning, please don't. Let me just throw that out there because there are some people who want to try it, and let me be the one to tell you, don't. Just just don't. Just
Listen, it's
but
crazy.
I did have somebody who wanted to hit me in my inbox,
Hmm.
and I didn't respond fast enough for them because I was driving.
Hmm.
45 minutes from home. I was on my way home from a networking event. This person sent me a message asking for a trip quote, which is what it would eventually would have been a research fee, but then they unsent the message.
Ooh,
First of all, I'm not mad that you unsent the message. I'm not mad at none of that. What I'm mad about is the fact that you don't value my time.
oh yeah,
So what you're
because if
telling
you
me
would have opened
is
the
your time is
message,
important because I was supposed to stop what I was doing and message you right back.
yeah.
But you didn't give me the chance to get to the house where I can actually answer your inquiry. Oh, so you value your time more than my time. But I'm
And
there
time
for you.
sensitivity is very good to communicate. If something is time sensitive, just say that. And that way, if the person gets back to you and you've already found another solution, you're able to say, "Oh, I found something because I was needing it at this time, but thank you so much for your time," or whatever it is. But saying things like that could really put things into perspective for people, folks. So just thinking about, different ways that you can make sure you're showing people that their time is valuable as well. But I'm glad that you mentioned that because yes, sometimes it does happen that way. And then I do have business owners who will tell me that people will message them in their DMs or they will talk about business and try to get things from them business wise in their DMs. And this is what you need to hear. No one is entitled to your time. No one is entitled to your life, and no one is entitled to your availability. You choose all of those things: your time, your availability, your free time. Free time is not the same thing as availability or available time. I may be free from 8 to 10, but I'm available for you from 1 to 5. That there's a difference, okay? And it has to be that way because we have to have balance and harmony with our work and our private life. And if we're going to merge those properly, we can't have an imbalance. You can't be working nonstop and never have a break or never have guidelines in place so that you can take a break and come back refreshed. It just doesn't work. So I do think that people are trying to help everybody, but like you said earlier, this is what I wanted to touch on. All money is not good money. Oh my God, when you said that, that's a quote. Let me tell you something. I have worked with some amazing people. My clients are amazing. Like they are amazing. I love working with my clients. I could talk about my clients all day. And actually, I'm creating a video to talk about my clients. But still, they're
I hope I
amazing.
made the roster.
Yes, you are on the roster for sure. You're on the roster. But there's so many things that I love about working with my clients and my partners. Like they are so professional, they're so passionate, they are serious, they make stuff happen. They're not about playing games. Like those are the people you need to call when you really want stuff done and you want to see things through. These are the people that you call because they are here and they're making it happen for themselves and for other people that are on their team. So that's what I really love about a lot of my clients. With that being said, keyword, my clients. My audience, my clients. my tribe, the people who understand what I'm providing, value it, and I also value them, and they love to receive that. There's a huge difference. There's people out here that you might want to be your clients, but they are not your clients. They are not your tribe. They are not your audience. They are not your target market. And you need to accept that and not try to keep saying yes to everyone, because everyone is not your audience. You have to be more specific about what you're providing and who you're looking for. One of the first things I did when I first started was I created an ad, and it was about a website designing course. I was teaching people how to give their website a facelift, but I wasn't teaching you how to design a website, right?
Right.
So I was talking to a client, and they were like, well, don't you think by telling people what you're not doing that you're going to miss out on people or turn off customers? Not at all. I'm going to save them time, and they're going to respect that. And they're either going to purchase it or they're going to come back when they see something they like. That's what's going to happen. Because if I tell you I'm doing a website facelift class, and then we get in there and you start trying to get assistance on designing a website, those are two different things. So when I said this, I said, I'm looking for people who A, want feedback on their website, B, want to learn tips on how they can boost conversion on their website, C, want to learn a couple of new ways that they can change their website layout. Not how to do it, but what you need to change. Those are two differences. And I said the people that I am looking for, or I said that I'm not looking for, A, people who are wanting me to design a website for them, B, people who are wanting me to analyze their website program, and C, people who are wanting me to coach them and walk them through making those changes, because that is a completely different service. And that's why the price was the price, because it was a cheaper price, because I'm only telling you, I see this, I see that, and I see this, change that. I'm here to audit. I'm not here to do the work. And I'm not here to walk you through how to do the work. That is another service. So when I did that, I got people instantly. People signed up for those classes and those courses. I got so many great reviews. People were on my website, off my website, leaving reviews, left me feedback anonymously on my website about these courses. They loved it because I said exactly what I was going to provide. I said exactly what I was not looking for and what I was not planning on providing. And people loved the specification. They purchased and they left me awesome reviews. So when you tell people what you are about and what you're not about, you're more likely to find the people who really get you and really want to be a part of your platform and really want to be, they want to be a part of your tribe. That is your tribe. But everyone's money is not good money. I've had people, I had to find out the hard way, and I found out quick that everybody is not your tribe. I had people that I really, really wanted to see myself working with because I liked the idea of what that person was doing, or I liked the idea or the persona that was presented to me or that I saw on social media. But then when I actually started working with this person, oh my God. Oh my God.
Ooh, it's your face for me. It's your
Oh
face.
my God. Oh my God. When I started working with these people, like that kid that they leave their parents' house and then they cry all day when they're at the daycare and you find out the daycare is trash. That's how I felt. I'm not calling anybody
Mm.
trash, but I'm saying that kid that's crying and when their parents come, they go running to their parents. That's how I was running to my clients after I got done dealing with some of these people. I was like, I will never step out of my clients again. Like, no, what is for me is for me, and what is not is not. Like, I would
That
get on
that
consultations with these people that I was talking to and be so drained. And then when I get on a call with one of my clients, I feel so relieved, like, oh, that was so nice, or that was a breath of fresh that was a breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? Like, I just felt so much better, like something had been lifted off of me when I was actually talking to my clients and my target audience. But when I was talking to those people that I tried to force, well, I didn't try to force, but they tried to force, and I accepted it instead of declining it and saying, I don't think that you're the right fit for what I'm trying to do. I didn't do that immediately. So in that way, I did try to, I enabled them, forcing this idea that this is the right collaboration, and it wasn't. And so when I did that, I saw all the things that I did not want to deal with. And the solution to that is take notes. Everything that you are tired of dealing with, take notes on it so that you can start looking for people who do the opposite. Let me tell you something I was tired of dealing with. I was tired of sending information to people and then them acting like they didn't get the information. My clients don't do that. They might ask, hey, did you send this? Because I didn't see it. or I haven't gotten that yet, or I don't know if I got it. That's what my clients do. But what they don't do is, oh, I never got that. Sorry, can't do that. I didn't see it. My clients don't do that. They don't do that. I got tired of people not taking my time seriously and appreciating it. So if you ask me a question, it doesn't matter how you ask the question. If you ask me a question and I give you an answer, are you listening? Are you receptive of what I'm giving you? Because if you're not receptive and you're not listening, what is the purpose of asking the question? So you can come back and ask again? Exactly. Are you taking notes? So now, because I have leveled up my business coaching, my clients don't have to take notes in their consultations. All the notes are sent to them after the consultation, right? Depending on what the topics are. But most of my clients will receive a notes, a layout, and guidelines of what it is they need to work on before the next consultation. So my clients really don't have to do that. And everything that we talk about is in our portal. So it's all real fancy and bougie. You know what I'm saying? They need to do no work. But at the end of the day, a lot of my clients still like to take personal notes for themselves, because as a business owner or as someone who's developing or elevating, they have their own journals and their own records that they like to keep. So they do sometimes take their personal notes. Now, if you ask a specific question, whether it be through email, a call, a voicemail, and I give you the answer, please do not come back to me and ask me the same question in a tone as if you didn't already get the answer. That is what gets me. So, like I said, I had a situation where someone was asking me questions, the same questions over and over again, and the frustration was increasing, but it was because they weren't reading.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me, what date is this available on? And I said, Thursday. And then you sent me another message and you said, on what date will we be able to start this? And I said, Thursday. And then you came back and you were like, what time are we going to start this? If you go back and look at Thursday in parentheses, it says 12 p.m. Central Time. So all of the information that I've given you already, it's not new. My clients, they don't do that. And my clients are also accountable business owners. So if there's something that comes up and they can't do something, they're very clear. They're like, you know what, I can't do it. Or they keep it pushing. But I've ran into people where I could sense that that wasn't their style. But again, they were trying to force it so much. They were like, yes, I need your services, this, that. And it sounded all nice and roses. But there was something in my gut that was like, my clients don't do that. And look, I was like, yeah, my clients don't do that. They don't talk like that. They don't say that. Nope, it's not feeling right. But I was like, no, she really, really wants this, or no, she said she wants to do it. And what ended up happening? I'll tell you what happens most of the times. That person, because that's not what my clients do, that's not what my audience is about. When I come to them with the feedback on this topic, they don't always they're not as receptive to it. My clients are receptive to feedback, and we have open conversations and dialogue. Like I said, again, that wasn't my client. And I tried to make that my client just because they were excited about receiving my services. I know my services are the bomb. I know if you need a website, you get a professional website. I know if you need someone to promote your business, you will be put out there. I know if you need a social media manager, your page will have a facelift. Like, it's going to look real nice and official. I know if you need to elevate, your business will never be the same when you shop with me. I know that. So yeah, I know why they wanted to shop with me. But I also knew that they weren't in the same mindset that I was. So we weren't going to be a great collaboration. Now, if you want to go work with somebody who is okay with the fact that you are asking the same question over 4 to 5 times, and the reason for why you didn't read it is the same every time, which is I'm busy, which makes me ask myself, if you're busy, why did you sign up and commit to this? Because this requires time. So, you know what I mean? Don't sign up for stuff that requires time or commitment if you're not able to commit and you don't have the time. That's a simple thing. Saying no. But again, they asked to be a part of this. It wasn't like I asked them. They wanted this. So again, I need people that I know are on the same time as me, and your clients are those people. Your target audience are those people. And I try to force it. And with this specific situation, like I said, I'll tell you how it ended, like they always do. They don't do now because I don't take anybody that's not my client, and I make it very clear. But the individual was upset. They tried to, I'm going to say, deflect accountability, for the fact that they didn't read the information. And they tried to word it as if they weren't prepared for the actual execution of what we discussed we were going to execute. when in reality, you had 1.5 to 2 months with all of the information that you needed, as well as the links that you could schedule a free, let me say this again, a free consultation with me for 30 minutes so I could walk you through whatever you needed me to walk you through. You just didn't schedule it because you thought I was supposed to be at your aid and beckoning call. So you just kept asking the same questions over and over again, but you should have scheduled it like I told you to schedule it. You never did. You waited until last minute and then you said, I don't feel prepared.
Well, of course you don't feel prepared.
Look at my face. So in that moment, I knew in my soul, I said, you know what? I already sensed this. From the
Mm-hmm.
moment that I told her something and then they came back and she was like, "Oh, well, I didn't get this information, but I knew I sent the information twice to two different platforms." You're not taking my time seriously. And my
Yeah,
clients take my time seriously. They
yeah.
try to at least read stuff before they ask the question. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do the same with my clients and with anyone that I'm working with. If you send me, if MJ, I go book with travel with MJ and she says, okay, fill out this form, I'm going to try to read the form first before I call her and say, how do I fill out this form? What? MJ is a travel agent. She is not here to help me read. That's not what we signed up for. Now, if I need that service, I'm pretty sure she'd provide it. Whether or not it would be free, I don't know. But I do know that if I need a service, I can always go to her contact us information and see if she's able to create that service. And she's very open to feedback. If she can, she will help you out. And if she can't, she'll refer you to somebody else. But people don't do that when they're really not trying to get the service. They're just trying to juice you and drain you as much as they can.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a book I'm going to recommend to everybody. It's called One Page Marketing Plan, and it is written by, I believe, Alan Dibb. And in this book, he talks about the different types of clients that you're going to come across or customers. And one of them is called the vampire. Okay. The vampire is the client who sucks you dry, drains you dry. They know that they're draining you. I'm sure they're trying to get everything they can out of you. They're able to pay for it, but they're going to drain you. Everything you do with this client is going to be extremely draining. They're the vampire. And I ran into a lot of vampires in my early ages and stages, and I just didn't want to admit that that's what they were to me because I really wanted to continue to build my rapport and I wanted to continue to work with people who were eager to work with me. But now people know that there's an expectation in order to work with me. Just before, hey, before you work, are you able to read things on your own? If you have a disability, that's fine. That's different. Like if you
That's
have
different.
dyslexia or something like that. That's a whole nother story. That's a serious story. I can assist you with those things. I do provide audio. If you speak a different language, I speak 3 languages. One of them is kind of off the map. So if you don't speak Pigland, baby, I don't know if I can help you. But I do speak Spanish as well. These are things that I'm able to assist with. If you speak a different language, I can still assist you. I'm very well adversed and culturally diverse. So a lot of my clients do speak different languages, more than one. And so with that, I'm able to assist people. These are not barriers for me and they're not obstacles and it's not anything strange to me. But if you are someone who's just not willing to do the work as far as reading and listening and not taking things for granted, you're not my client. You're just not. And you might have a different opinion on that, and that's okay. But you're not my client. You're not my client.
Definitely,
My
definitely.
client Yeah, my clients, they take their time serious. They take my time serious when we get together. Yes, we have a good time. We clown. MJ will tell you we always clown, laugh together, but we're all about business. Like,
Okay,
let's make this happen.
let's make
So
this work.
that's just like my experience on what you stated earlier about all money is not good money. Because I will tell you, the second that I took that money, everything in my soul said refund. And the only reason why I didn't was because I had already committed, didn't say no. And so now I had to follow through and I had to follow up with what I stated that I was going to do as a professional. And I did that. And now it's over. I don't have to deal with it ever again. And I will never deal with it ever again, because
Yeah.
it was just such a negative experience for me. And I don't want to do that. Not as a business owner, not as a shopper, not as a peer. I don't want any part of that. So I'm glad that I learned that lesson and I was able to move forward.
Right.
Another vampire, I guess, would be when people start asking you, when people automatically assume that they're supposed to get way more when they only purchased one thing. If that is not a red flag to you, I don't know what is, because your clients don't try to cheat you. They don't try to get extra. I had someone purchase something and then they assumed that they were supposed to get 2 times of what they purchased. The only way you get 2 times of what you purchase is if you're partner with me as an elevation ambassador and you are purchasing a promotional membership in my Boss Babe blog business directory. Then, if you purchase a membership, you get 2 times, 2 years of whatever. So you purchase a 1 year membership, you get 2 years. But if you're not an elevation ambassador, why would you get 2 times what you purchased? That means you got to purchase 2 times. So in that moment, I knew this is not right. This is not a good fit. But what did I do? I continued on.
You
I said,
did it
it's
anyway.
okay.
You did it
We'll
anyway.
work through it. I did it anyways. And what did I end up doing? Ended up not ever speaking to the individual again because it was
I was gonna
just
say blocking them because they
uh
deserve to be blocked.
look, I won't say if I did or did not block, okay?
Okay,
As
we
my
can't confirm
you're
nor
my
deny.
small
Correct.
business attorney. What are you doing, MJ? You're not supposed to be asking me these questions.
I need you to. I need you to keep your boundaries. I'm gonna
Listen, you're right. You're right.
keep your
And I
boundaries.
did.
Your
I did.
boundaries.
I made it very clear, but later on down the line, that same individual continued this behavior of trying to get more without paying. And I couldn't be surprised. I can't, because in the beginning, that's what they did. That's the first thing they did when they purchased something with me that was over $20, was try to get 2 times what they purchased instead of just paying 2 times. And then when I gave them the option to do that, they chose to keep the one item. My clients don't do that.
The math
So,
ain't nothing. The
I
math ain't.
couldn't blame anybody but myself at the end of the day, towards the end of the situation, because had I just politely declined and kept it pushing and never introduced the network and environment, and we were just business professionals from afar, maybe down the line we could have done something where we partnered from a distance or supported from a distance. But
Yeah.
because there was no, they didn't have that boundary, I didn't set that boundary, we were not able to do anything further after that. And I think that that's a really good lesson to learn, because some people you're just not going to be able to keep in your life and in your network. And this was one of them. But maybe it would have been different on how, we interacted with each other had I set that boundary from the beginning and said, you know what? I don't think that you're the right fit for me. I don't think I'm the right fit for you. But if anything changes, I want to take your contact information and I'll reach out to you, because I'd love to work with you in the future if there's something that I just feel like this is it for you.
Right.
So
Right.
I could have done that way instead of giving them the service, being irritated, like, why did you think that you were going to get this? And then seeing them try to do that again down the line. I'm not surprised they already did it one time.
Yeah. So I definitely have a quick story, and then I'm going to come to my solution on a different way to say no.
Mhm.
How they potential? Well, she did become a client. She paid her research fee,
Mhm.
but she neglected to give me the information that I needed until after she paid the research fee. Now, for those of you who have followed my website, you know my research fees are charged by person or by people. If you have a
Mhm.
certain number of people, that's when you meet that threshold. You go over that threshold, you are in another research fee. This particular person paid for the this was the 1 to 4 people research fee, but wound
Mhm.
up having 6 to 8, which is a different threshold.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What?
hmm I believe she wound up having. I want to say it was 8, maybe 7 or 8. Still, you're in the second threshold now. That's a whole different ballgame. Okay. Um. So she paid the research fee. Um. I did the work, and you did all of this. All of this. When will we be able to get this? When will we be able to do this? When will we be able to do that? When will we be able to do this? And you didn't book. I'm not mad that you didn't book because I got my research fee.
Yeah.
That's on you that you didn't book. But it's also on me too. It is also on me too. Because I saw you from a mile away. Number
Mm,
one, there was red flags that I saw. And I didn't act on it. Number
yeah.
one, you were already in the industry. All you had to do was pay for your credentials again, and you could have done this on your own.
Mm,
pro bono, because you don't have to pay a different agent to do it. You could have did it yourself. B, you're never there. You are dead quiet and mute when it's time to pay. But when I'm giving away something, oh, here I am. Oh, I'm here.
not
I'm
the
here.
dance.
Hey,
She didn't come in there with the dance like that, did she?
can you see me?
Ugh.
I knew you weren't my client then, but when you said, you said you needed some assistance, I'm trying not to say no here.
Yeah.
I said yes. She sent the research fee. You started, with the additional people, different threshold. Then you're rushing the process, ma'am. I'm not Houdini.
Yeah.
I'm not Houdini. I'm gonna cut this story short because I need to get to my solution. Um, my solution though, and this is really for the female business owners. Women's intuition is a I want to say it, but I gotta be cute. Women's intuition is a thing. It's a thing. Listen to your gut.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everything in my gut, if you've not listened to anything else if you don't get anything else from this podcast, ladies, listen to your gut. Fellas, listen to your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your gut, ladies, will tell you if your gut just drops to the nether regions of your body, um this is not a good fit.
Yep. If you feel excited, like think about a relationship. If you get into a relationship with somebody and you are just so excited and you're empowered and you're just ready to show them what you're going to provide to your partner, that's a different type of feeling than, oh God, I done got in this relationship and now I need to do this and we got to do that. And oh, they about to
If
ask me
you
for
laying
this.
up there and you ain't
Yeah.
getting no type of nothing, you need to get up.
Yeah, you just gotta. I believe you when that gut part. Like people have to listen to their gut because you will really be out here. Um, you will really be out here dealing with stuff that you did not have to deal with if you did just say no from the beginning. And we all had to learn eventually. Some of us learn faster than others. I definitely had to learn quick because I saw the stuff that I was not trying to deal with, and I was like, nope, 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 and nope, and nope. Because
Mhm.
for the quality that you're putting out, you deserve to have clients who appreciate what you have to offer. And then on
Right.
top of that, people can be so petty. People are so petty, and petty has no discrimination. So
No.
don't think that looking at someone who looks professional means that they're not going to be petty or act petty. Don't think that looking at someone who is a certain age or has a certain tenure in an industry means that they will not be petty or that they won't, you know, take things to a whole nother level. So you have to be able to say no initially, and you have to understand that saying no doesn't have to be an angry thing, and receiving a no doesn't have to be an angry thing.
Right.
Receiving a no and being declined, that can be peaceful. And saying
Mhm.
no can be just as peaceful. If people could get that through their mental, we would have so much more proactive conversations and so much more proactive partnerships. Because I've been partnered with people that maybe in the beginning we couldn't see eye to eye on something, but we worked through it together. And sometimes they said no to me, and sometimes I said no to them. And we just kept it pushing. We gave each other ideas. Sometimes they took them and sometimes they didn't. But we didn't say, oh, you didn't do this. Okay, I'm done. You know what I mean? That wasn't what it was like. We just take things as we go. And if someone does something, they do. And if they don't, they don't. We accept what other people do and we decide, how far am I able to support that? How am I able to show up for that? That's all you need to ask yourself. And then you keep it moving. You don't have to give an explanation. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to be petty about things. Just accept it. But, you will come across people who won't accept no so lightly because they don't have those boundaries themselves. So they're upset at you for not having it. They don't have that structure themselves. So they're mad when you show that you have boundaries and you have a structure that you're not willing to jeopardize. And I'm using this word intentionally, jeopardize, for anyone else, because you would be jeopardizing your structure if you're saying, okay, even though I have a schedule, sure, Let me answer this question
Mm.
back to back to back. Let me answer every email every
Mm.
5 seconds, even though I have other clients who literally paid me before you that I need to work with. Let me answer my
Okay.
text messages. Let me talk on my personal phone about business, even though I have a whole list of inquiries. You know what I mean? Why would you do that? We can't do that kind of stuff. You just can't as a business owner. There has to be structure. So don't jeopardize your structure for someone who's a potential when you have for sure clients right now. If there's
Mhm.
any biggest piece of advice I could give for a solution, it is prioritize the people who have shown you that they show up for you.
Yes.
Why be
Yes.
worried so much about prioritizing a potential client who's not even a client yet when you have actual clients who show up for you? My clients will tell you everything that I do reward wise is catered to my clients first. There's absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, that you could find out there that my clients didn't already get their hands on before you saw it if you're not a client of mine yet. And what that teaches people is that you take care of the people who are showing up for you consistently. I've but if you go listen to the book that I recommended earlier in this podcast, the one page marketing plan, and you go do research on different professional marketers, they will tell you you don't focus on the potential, you focus on what's here. So the people who are spending money, we need to figure out what we can do to get them to spend more money. We need to figure out what needs they have that we can anticipate for the future. We need to figure out how to spoil them and make them feel special. We need to figure out what things they love and don't love. That's what we need to be figuring out. Not, oh, how can I bend over backwards for this potential client and then take care of my already clients like average or normal. No,
Mm-mm. We don't
you don't
do
need to
that.
bend over backwards for anybody because your clients appreciate you and they don't want to enslave you. They want your services. So
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
want your services. Now, do they love being spoiled? Yes, they love being
Yeah.
spoiled, but they don't want you to be working day and night, taking basically jeopardizing your health to make sure that they're taken care of. They just want your services and they appreciate your services and they love what you do and they love you. So, if you're finding clients like that, focus on taking care of them first. The
Hmm.
potential clients, you
They
decide
can
on
wait.
if they fit,
They can
you
wait.
know?
They can
You
wait.
said what?
They can wait.
Exactly. They
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 can
they
wait.
need to go through the process to find out if they are the right client for you and if you are the right person for them. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, all of your clients are on a special bracket. They're in a special place. And in order to be a part
Hmm.
of that, there should be requirements. Everybody shouldn't be able to just step in there because you're
Right.
not, as much as people want to say, I'm trying to sell to everybody, like you said earlier, everybody's not buying from you and everybody's not appreciating what you have to offer. And everybody is not giving you the income and the sales that you deserve.
Right.
Some people
Right.
just want free, and some people just want to drain. And some people aren't even here for serious things.
Hmm.
So take yourself serious so that other people will do the same.
Right.
But
Right.
that's all I have. Did you want to piggyback off of anything else that I said, MJ?
Yes, there was a couple of pieces, and I'm gonna keep it brief. Um,
Yeah, do your
why
thing.
is it that you, when you bring up something, I have a story for that. I don't understand why.
Because we've
But
lived this.
we've li- we are true business owners. Not no offense to
Yes.
nobody who nobody no offense here. Um, but
Oh,
yeah, that client who wanted me to go against my standards. I have one of those clients. Now I get tagged in a lot of in search of travel agent posts, and this one lady, she struck me, and not in a good way.
mm,
You know, I'm typically one that my first impression of a person is about 95% spot on. Um, it's a talent, God given, because I've not practiced this, none of that. So this one particular person, she asked for a travel agent. Of course, I threw my name in because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to gain some clientele. What do you need? She goes after she gets a list of travel agents within her Facebook community. She throws all of the details that she needs in the comments of her post. Now, for me, that's a no bueno. I'm
mhm.
not working like that.
Yeah.
There are so many other questions that I have as a travel agent. You throw in that you want to go to this place these days. Okay, I need to know a budget. I need to know who all is going with you. I need to know the ages of these people because guess what? As we've talked about, price change. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
name change. That's a fee. and I'm
Yeah.
not paying that. Um, not if I didn't do it. Now, if I messed up, I'd pay the name change fee. But if you messed up, that's on you. Um, and when I asked her that, I said, "Hey, I need a lot more information before I can even help you." All the information was in the comments. Oh, okay. So you know what I did with those comments? I removed
Mm.
myself from those comments. I
Yep.
exited stage left because guess what?
Accepted the fact that you're not, this ain't gonna fit.
You're not my client. You are
Yeah.
not my client because first of all, most people who are and you expect me to do the work for free. Wrong.
That is the name of this podcast. You're not my client.
You're not my client. Period.
Imposter.
Imposter syndrome, something. But you expected me to do the work for free, which I was beginning. I was willing to do the work for free to get some exposure.
Mhm.
But you wouldn't give me all the information that I need. Now I'm a teacher. I have questions.
Yeah.
And you can't answer my questions. No, ma'am, you're not my client. And to this day, this particular person has now gone back and asking for in search of travel agents. And my name was thrown in. And guess what I did? Exited stage left. I don't even want to deal with you.
I
I don't
mean,
even
I
want
refer you all the time to people. I've done it as well, where I said, "Oh, you need a travel agent," and I'm happy to go and refer you anybody that I can think of who is a travel professional who is like owning that field. I will quickly go and refer them. So I know what you're talking about. But like you said, it takes another level of, you know what? This isn't for me. It doesn't have to be negative. You don't have to get on there and blast anybody and say, you know what? We don't have to do any of that.
you. You got to
But
do that.
peacefully, I'm going to let you know that this is probably just not for me because at the end of the day, there's certain standards that I have with my clients, and that's just
Mm-hmm.
not, it's not meeting it.
That's not
And
me.
I understand that because I wouldn't do a consultation under a Facebook post either. We need to have an actual setup day to sit down and discuss this. And if you need an urgent assistant, we could talk about an urgent assistance fee or something. But to just be
Right.
sitting here
Right.
and and just talking to the thing, we can't do that. First of all, that's a security issue right there
Yeah.
because
First of all,
I don't
no.
want people knowing where I'm going and how long I'm going to stay and who I'm going with and what location we're going to be in and what car we might use and
And
all that
where
other
you
stuff.
flying out of,
Yeah, no,
and
no, no,
no,
no, no, mm-mm.
no. So
Now,
what you want to do? Put your credit card information under the comments?
yeah, no, we.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Now on the flip side, my client that I'm currently working with,
Mhm.
actually one of the members of our business directory here, I'm gonna shamelessly put her plug in, empowering financial services, Miss Stephanie. She's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yes,
I've been working with her on her family trip, and she had some requests that she needed to make, and my line has always been, "You don't talk to anybody. You talk to me, and I talk to them."
yes,
That's it. She said, "Hey, we need a wheelchair for her mother-in-law." I said, "Yes, ma'am." Getting right on it. Then she came back and said, "Well, we were going to bring our car seat, but we changed our mind. Can we request a car seat?" Yeah. And if there's an additional fee with that information, I'm going to tell them that, hey, this is an additional in this particular case, the car seat was $9.95 a day. So I said, hey, they were able to add the request for a car seat. It's going to be an additional $9.95 per day. However, when I send you your travel documents, which I need to print, okay, which I need to print and send to her, that will have all that information. So this is what happens when you actually pay my research fee and you go all the way through the process. You actually get me from beginning to end.
yes,
Period.
yes. Period.
Period.
Okay, so yes, I do have to say shout out. I'm so happy that you said that. So we have the business owner of Empowering Financial Services, Stephanie, who decided to book through travel with MJ. You know, I love to hear stuff like that. And like you said, if you decide to go and spend your money on that person, you will receive that extremely beautiful and unique experience. But it's a standard. You know, you have to be able and willing to make that payment. You have to understand that these are exclusive things. Everyone's time is not just going to be bent back for you, especially when it's personalized. We need to schedule a date. We have to be organized about this kind of stuff. They need to make sure as professionals that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So there you have it. A couple of reasons why people might not be able to say no, and a couple of solutions as to what you can do so that you're not being put in these positions where you feel like, oh, this could have been avoided, or oh, I wish I hadn't done that. So you've heard it from two different business owners in two different industries. And I can't wait for us to have our next podcast together because it's going to be just as juicy. So thank you so much for joining us, Miriam, from Travel with MJ. Thank you so much for all of your input and insight. And you are all listening to the Boss Babe Blog podcast. We are out at bossbabeblog.com.